Welcome back to the channel, good friends. Brian from Apex Detail. You ask and you shall receive. A heavily requested video, Meguiar's M27 Pro Hybrid Ceramic Sealant against Chemical Guy's HydroSlick. And there are a lot of similarities between the two products, except for price. Detailed Image has this on sale for $22 and change. This is just a smidge under $40. Is there justification for a $17, $16 price difference? Let's find out. Meguiar's Pro Hybrid Ceramic Sealant M27 is an SiO2 infused sealant that boasts the usual incredible gloss, slickness, beading, paint protection. You can use it on paint protection film. It will not stain plastic trim and can be used in direct sunlight. It has its own dedicated video here on the channel. I just did it not too long ago. It will not be hard to find. I also did a dedicated video for the other product, Chemical Guy's HydroSlick Ceramic Suspension Gel, and boasts just about the same thing, gloss, slickness, protection. Let's put them both on the same panel. We'll scrutinize them, we'll beat them up, and we'll compare them. Both have their similarities, as I mentioned. They both have the consistency of yogurt. They both apply the same, and they have that weird feeling when you try to remove them as well. Meguiar's boasts a self-leveling type of formula. They're both just a little weird to play with in the sun or out of direct sunlight in heat and in just regular cool room temperature. So the first thing we want to do obviously here is prepare the test panel. There would be a waste of time if we didn't. That means cleaning it, given one step or an exfoliation. We're going to use an IP solution to make sure there's no polish residue. Then we can get these products to bond properly onto the naked clear coat. We have two areas masked off for each product, and we have a control area just above that. We're going to get some gloss meter readings before we apply the products, just so we can see if it makes a difference in each area. Does it boost the gloss at all? So getting a few measurements across each panel, we're just going to write down 83 gloss units. We're not going to go crazy trying to get an exact reading in both. We just want to see if these products boost the gloss in each section. So we're going to shake up the formulas. We're going to get them applied into their test areas, and we're going to use a microfiber applicator to do that. I have two microfiber applicators and towels so we do not cross-contaminate. And we're going to put two coatings or two layers of the product in each area. Each product just has slightly different methods to apply them. When you put this down, you want to wait 1 to 2 minutes and then wipe this off. And if it's giving you a hard time, it can get a little goofy because of its consistency. Just make sure the microfiber is just slightly dampened and you'll be absolutely fine. So again, 2 layers in each section. Directions indicate 12 hours minimum cure time for this product here. For anything SiO2, I would recommend 24 hours, but we're going to go even further and let both of these set for 48 hours. Okay, time to apply the M27, and the only difference here is very slight, allowing the product minimum of about 2 to 5 minutes to cure before wiping off, and then minimum cure time is going to be 24 hours for this product here. Note for both of these, as I have used them, you saw me put the HydroSlick on my C4 Corvette, and by the way, it's still holding up just fine. But, you know, it is garage kept and doesn't get washed all that much, so I would expect it to do so. But putting a thin, even, thorough coat doing one panel at a time, working from top to bottom, is going to be key for both of these products. Okay, with both of these products applied, we have nothing to do now but wait. So I'll be back with you guys in a couple days, and we're going to beat these products up and see what they can withstand. Okay, it's been over 2 days. Plenty of time to cure. They both look good. They both feel slick. One does feel a little bit slicker than the other. We'll test that a little bit later with the foam blocks. So what we want to do now is get some measurements. Have these products boosted gloss in each section. And we started with 83. Let's find out. All right, so this section jumped up to 91.8. Not bad. All right, in this section here, 91.4. So very close. A difference in between the two that you wouldn't be able to tell with the naked eye. So you can just go ahead and call that one a draw. Next, with those of you in mind that are in warmer climates, we're going to test these products, how they can hold up to higher temperatures, spiking temperatures. So I'm going to raise one little area up to about 220 degrees. And for those that follow the channel, you know exactly what to look for. There's going to be about a 3-4 inch circle where there's no protection at all. Good enough. We're going to keep an eye on those areas when we take the panel outside and we turn the water on. So in the meantime, we can test the slickness. And I did feel one area had a little bit more slickness than the other, and that held up with the foam blocks. So let's drag this panel outside, and what we want to do when they're outside first is, can we see, does it make each area look darker, richer? Does it give it depth? How does it look like when it comes to gloss outside under direct sunlight? You can see the outline in one product a little bit more than the other. And we're going to start up, we'll get the water going and test how each side beads. I know you guys love beading products. I would suggest sheeting products, especially if you have hard water spots, but beading is the fad right now, so that's what we're looking at. Both of these products bead just about exactly the same. And remember, I do have the control area right above it. You can see how that one floods, and the other two areas act as you would think it would. So let's start the 10 wash test. Okay, so after the 10 wash test, we can see that they both survived, but one is just a little bit weaker than the other. Let me know down in the comments section what you see there. And from there, we're going to move on to the road film test. And for those of you just joining the channel, I'll mention again, this is what all vehicles leak something, even new vehicles, onto the roadways. And when it rains, after a few weeks, it pulls together, splashes up on the car, and that film is really hard on your clear coat or anything protecting it. So I have a batch mixed together here with everything you can think of that a vehicle holds, and that's what we spray on the panel. We let it sit for 3 minutes or more, then I rinse it off. Then I'll hit it with an alkaline cleaner to break that up so we can clean the slate between each round, and I'll rinse that off and then hit it with our strip wash shampoo. So that we make sure that we strip the panel and clear it up for the next round. We've seen how products make it to the second, third round, how products fail after the first round. Let's see how these do. Okay, so that's going to about do it. Let me bring you in closer. We're at the time of the day where the sunlight is direct, almost right above me here. We do have warmer temperatures. So today, these products failed after the first round. That doesn't mean there's no protection. I mentioned before that these formulas do have chemicals that will give it a hydrophobic property. And just because sometimes you break that down within the formula, that does not mean there's no protection at all. And as we look here and we use the blower, you can see which section the water grabs onto and which section it rolls off of. So let me know down in the comments section what you see there as well. I love when you guys participate in these videos. So another thing we want to do now is get gloss meter readings again. So as we're looking at these readings, let me know what you're noticing compared to right after we applied the product and it cured. And I will cover this in a future video. All right, good friends, that'll bring us to the final thoughts segment of the video. Let me know down in the comments section which of the two you would prefer. And when it comes to these products, I'll still put the links down below, but obviously with what's going on, around the world these days, getting products, it's going to be slow for quite some time. So if you follow the link and it's out of stock, it's going to be back in stock. It's just going to take some time, guys, so just be patient. And I hope you are all safe, practicing your social distancing, and hoping that we can get this behind us as quick as we can. Keep the requests coming as to what you want to see. The next few videos are already taken up. As you can see behind me, we have the Barn Find 1974 Corvette Stingray back in the shop after getting some heavy-duty suspension work and rear end work. So since we have all this time on our hands, we're going to start working on the paint, get this thing looking the best we can, see what kind of turnaround we can get on this single-stage lacquer. Brian from Apex Detail. Love you guys. Be safe. Catch you in the next video.